Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's Sunday morning. Welcome. Pardon my being a little late. I was actually troubleshooting a little job this morning and had to contact the client, even though it's Sunday morning, and I had to troubleshoot with my crew chief on the gauge of we're doing a metal roof for a client, and we had to troubleshoot the bid. There was some misunderstanding on gauges of metal. Something I learned new today: 29 gauge metal is thinner than 26 gauge metal. Those are the two different metals that we use on roofs here when we do metal roofs, which is very rare. And the crew chief knew this, and he bid it out at a certain price. And I told the client we bid that on a standard 26 gauge metal for you, because I assumed it was because we were all talking about how 29 gauge was more expensive, and I misunderstood something along the way. And 26 gauge is, believe it or not, 10 to 15% higher in price than 29 gauge. So I'm giving you a little lesson on metal roofing today. So I ended up bidding him. This was going to cost him roughly $30,000 to do his metal roof. And he said, "Oh, our other guy bid it at 16,000. 16,000 on his roof would be a shingle roof price." And I thought, your guys are really coming in low. And then I looked at it, and we might be 15 up to 15% higher in our price. So what is that? What's 30,000 minus 15%? What is that? That's it's about $4,500 difference. But that still only brings us down to about 25.5. We're not going to hit that 16 price. So there you go. I'm just presenting to you what my little crisis was this morning, and I've been running on that for about the last half an hour, and just realized it's after 9 o'clock. So my apologies for being 5 minutes late. And so there's my little quantum crisis this morning. Math is backwards. I'm not a mathematician. So I thought 29 was thicker than 26. Go figure. Am I lagging, or is just Susie Q lagging? Good morning, Susie Q, by the way. She's going to go reboot. And hey, Master Finn, thank you for entertaining the crew with your tap dancing while I was running a couple of minutes late. And I was just sitting, mostly I was outside on my phone texting my crew chief and one of my other associates about this, who are probably both still sleeping, as Sunday is an off day. But everybody parties it up on Saturday night. Now, those of you tuning in brand new on Sunday morning, this is very informal compared to the weekly daily show. Monday through Friday at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time is the Intrepid radio program, and we're a bit more formal in what we're talking about and the topics we talk about. And today is just informal. Usually, it is with my wife, Raini, who broadcasting here now from the makeshift studio down in southwestern Louisiana. I do not have the proper setup yet. We're still working on overcoming that little hurdle. And since my time is much more well spent down here than it is even when I'm back in my home studio, and I'm out of place and constantly busy, as you can see, Sunday morning working on fixing a bid that I hope we will not lose. Then some things get overrun. So trying to get my software set up and everything reestablished in a better way here is going to be the task at hand. I hope to achieve this week. Now, we have a couple of big jobs that we hope will all be signed, sealed, and put to bed over the next day and a half. So when that happens, things will get a little busier, but it'll be nice. It'll be the first fruits of the 3 weeks we've been down here knocking on doors and talking to people. And hopefully a lot of those other people we've passed out. Just so you know, I was telling people yesterday when we did a show to kind of make up for Friday, these are the little door hangers that we leave. Let's see if I can show that to you. If you weren't here, I got the light shining right on it. So that's our company. And when we knock on a door and nobody answers, we leave this card. And there's, of course, my son Sam and I. And this is the company we work with. And so we've left roughly in the first 3 weeks about 400 of these we've distributed and talked to, a small percentage of those. A lot of people aren't home or they don't answer. We leave a hell of a lot of these on doors. And so we've gotten one call back on these, which is actually going to be our first job, which I'll just let you know between you, me, and the fence post. If she goes with this, she's a realtor who called us, said we left a hanger on her door, and she said she hadn't called anybody else. She bought a house and she's going to flip the house. You all know what flipping is? You buy the house, fix it up, not primo, but you fix it up so it looks pretty and it's saleable. And she called us and she said, "Would you do a bid for us?" And so we got a bid worked up for her. That's a really good bid on doing her whole roof needs replacing, all her interior walls and flooring and yada yada. So between you, me, and the fence post, that could yield Sam and I in our pockets roughly 10 grand. And so we said that we'd split the first house that goes, Sam and I, because we went out selling together. And so if that happens, then that will be our first fruits of our labors down here. So we'll see what happens. Doug is mad at me. What are you mad about, Doug? Steph, how you doing? Doug is axing you. Where did I get that? I think it was my tongue rolled wrong. Steph, did you have Jose last night? Actually, Doug, last night was a chocolate raspberry martini night. Well, there you go. It sounds tastier because I'm not a big tequila fan. So, but that's just me. I will also confide in you. The Mexican crew chief last night gave me a pen to try. Not a pen, but you know what I mean, a smoking pen. And he said, "You should try that. That is going to be very good for your back. You sleep, go to sleep right away. Don't smoke this before you go to sleep." And I guess it was straight THC oil, not oil. It's smokable stuff. And he said, my son Sam said, "Just take a hit on that, Dad, and count 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, and that should help you sleep better." So I took a drag on that and I coughed for about 5 minutes afterwards. Not that I've never smoked anything like that before. It just hit my throat that way. And Steph loves her pen. And so I coughed for a little bit and they were all laughing. And Sam said, "That was like a 5 Mississippi." I said, "No, it wasn't." I went 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. So there you go. Finally, yes, you're in, says Delaney. So Doug, what do you need to know? What did I do wrong? What's my problem this morning? I'll be quiet until you type that in there. My cousin was making drinks, says Steph. If that's what she was making, that's what I was drinking. So there it is. It is 9 a.m. on Sunday. Yes, it is, Doug. It's 9:15 a.m. Did I set the time wrong for the show this morning? Oh, this is the Lord's Day. You are absolutely right, especially in the Bible Belt. So what are you going to knock me out for, Doug? What's shaking? Are you defending the Lord's Day? I think aren't all days God's days? If He made them, all days are God's days. Sunday is just the day that a lot of American Christians go to church. And does anybody know, Doug? Do you know? Does anybody know how that tradition started? Where it came from? Tell me. Who said the first day of the week? Because the first day of the week isn't the Sabbath. The Sabbath is on Saturday. So if Christianity is an offshoot of Judaism, Wouldn't they be worshiping on Saturday? Saturday's the Sabbath. Sunday, God rested. Ah, it said the seventh day he rested. So what's the seventh day? Saturday. Sunday through Saturday. So God rested on what became known as the Sabbath, which is Saturday. So why does Christianity worship on Sunday? Why do we ignore the Sabbath? Or do we honor the Sabbath by saying we have weekends? Where did that come from? We have Saturday is supposed to be our day of rest and Sunday our day of worship. Is that the way it works? Well, remember in the book of Acts, I don't have the reference off the top of my head, but it said in the book of Acts that the Christians would gather together. And it says, on the first day of the week, they gathered together. And then it said, on the first day of the week, bring your first fruits or your tithes to God. And now that's where then our United Weather Network says Baptist. I'm not sure if it started with the Baptists, maybe the Anabaptists way back. But I don't know where the tradition started to be on Sunday, but Sunday is kind of following the bring your first fruits on the first day of the week, and they all met together on the first day of the week. Yes. And by the way, as Doug said it, you beat me to the punch. I had just sent a message to Delaney on her Facebook before I started the show here to say happy birthday. And Delaney, since you are in the room, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. I forgot how the song goes. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Delaney. Happy birthday to you. Whew. So, the Anabaptist, it's another made up word. Those were the Anabaptists were the really an offshoot of what came out of the Anabaptists. Did Lutheranism come out of the Anabaptists? Or Anabaptists come out of the Lutheranism? I think they came out of Lutheranism. And there are some Anabaptists still around. You think the Baptists are strict and bad? Go visit the Anabaptists if you can find them. So there you go. So, Doug, what's your problem with this being the Lord's Day? I still didn't catch your question, Doug, or your reasoning. Why are you mad at me that because it's Sunday? We do our show on every Sunday. So I know you're just kidding, but I'm not sure what your reasoning is. I'm seeing something is off. I'm not sure what it is. The Velcro came loose. So, welcome to It's Sunday. And I do not have Raini on the phone, but we might just pull her up on the phone for a few minutes sometime today. But I want to make sure she's up. Let me just tell her very quickly, and I thought I did yesterday, but I haven't heard from her this morning. Let's let her know that I just may give her a call and bring her into the show this morning, just for a little bit, in the kind of wacky way that we do when we go like this. And Messenger, let me find her. Let me just tell her. If you want to join me for a couple of minutes on the show this morning via my phone, beautify yourself. Period. Smiley face. I love you. Period. Oh, comma. Good morning. Exclamation point. So there we go. There's the message out to my lovely wife. Now, by the way, I think my wife tinkers with my phone because I saw this. Where is it? I want you to see something here. Look at this. This is in not my Facebook Messenger, but my text messaging app that goes to her phone. I didn't write this. My wife must have done this. Here, look. Let's see if it'll actually the lighting will adjust. Do you see right there? Right there in the middle. Rainy, most excellent wife. That is what she put on her messenger. So she renamed it for me. What's Doug so? Okay, this will make it better. Some eye candy. Oh yeah, if Rainy comes in, it always makes it better. Rainy is definitely the eye candy. So, oh hey, on a personal note, who the hell cares about this other than my faithful listeners and maybe me? But I'm going to say it anyway. Um, from time to time, I like to change the styling of my facial hair. Oh, Rainy is supposed to do a massage this morning, and she's not sure what's going on yet. Um, not sure what's going on yet. I'm going to tell her to let me know if you can come on for a few minutes. Period. So, I changed my mustache last night. I got the mustache, and sometimes it gets really big, and I can wax it out and wax the ends and all of that. And it gets really big and bushy. And I'm tired of my hairs flipping up into my nose, my mustache hairs. So I'm constantly doing this because of that. And it looks big and bushy. And so most of my life, I wore my mustache in what I call the Errol Flynn styling, that thin, skinny. Well, there it is. Just last night, I said I'm tired of the big mustache again, and I shaved her all down. So there it is. Do I look cleaner cut today? Do I look more like Errol Flynn today? So there, it's all back. When it was darker, it looked like Errol Flynn. There you go. Thank you, Susie Q. Susie Q likes it. That made my day. Thank you. Let's see. Skydown says, me too, Doug, at 10, but I just lay on bed listening with eyes closed. That's a good way to do it on Sunday morning. Well, what did Doug say? Is Doug whining about waking up early? Scott, because I set my alarm to wake up this ungodly hour of 9 a.m. I appreciate that, Doug. I'm so glad that you would do that to come into the show. Oh, Rainey sent me a photograph of back home. Oh, it snowed more last night. There is a look off of the front patio last night, or this morning, I guess, back home in Wisconsin. I hate to send her a picture of the 75 degrees, and it's not sunny today here, but it's awfully darn humid. So, and it's the breeze is a little cooler today, which is nice. Thank you, Doug. Much love to you and yours as well. Matt Finn says, I feel like this change of pace for you, although hard on the family, may be good for you personally. Getting out and talking to people is what you're best at. Well, thank you, Matt. I hope so. And I genuinely hope it pays off. I am totally mercenary about this job. I don't even look at it as like I'm starting a new career or anything. It's just my friend invited me down to sell roofs and interior reconstruction and stuff like that. So that's what I'm doing. And it might be a change of pace. Yeah. It makes me feel bad that my wife is the only one up there having to deal with the three kids all day long and everything that's entailed with that. And I don't mean that that's a negative. I mean, it's just busy work and constantly busy. And then she goes and does her massages a few days out of the week. She'll do, sometimes she only has one. Usually they schedule for at least two of them in a row. And she went out a couple of times this week, which is nice. And so she augments her income and then has a little more spending money by going out and doing her massages. Now, what I'm hoping is that this job down here, as you all know, helps us get a little bit ahead for the quarter and helps us start building that new house. So that's my goal. That is my visualization, my intention. I visualize the house being built. I visualize us in the process. And okay, I'm staying home, she just said. So I'm going to tell her, let me know when I can call you, and we'll do a little phone app messenger cast to the video screen type of thing. Period. Everybody loves you and misses you. Period. Smiley face. There you go. There you go. So we might have Rainy coming in at least the rinky-dinky kind of way on the phone. We'll be able to get her, and we'll be able to have her participate a little bit. And that'll be good for me and good for everybody. Let's see. Scotty, is she working on a book with a wolf howling at the star? I don't know. Unless she said something about that, then I don't know. She said something to me once about that, or mentioned that. That says a vague memory, but it's not a going concern. And I told her, Rainey is somebody that doesn't feel she expresses herself well in writing, and so she has a tough time with it. Tough time with spelling and syntax and stuff like that. That stuff is kind of comes second nature to me. And so I told her, I said, write your book. I'll edit it. I'll make sure it all sounds pretty, and I'll do your illustrations for you. So I'm not sure what she's writing, but Doug says I'll buy it. I told you I'd buy it. Well, that's right. She must have mentioned it on the show here. So yeah, I'm all behind her doing that. I think she should, and we could bring it to my agent, or we could self-publish it. So we'll have to see. Not one of her empty page books. Yeah, that's right. That's folks Rainey does. She makes journals, and they're all empty page. She designs journal covers. Your yeoman is here. Where is she? I didn't see her. Oh, there she is. How you doing, yeoman? Good to see you this morning. Glad you're in here. There she is, True Divine 44. And so I'm glad you're here this morning. Good to see you. Miss your face. And I need to talk to you one of these days. And we'll talk about some astrological stuff together. I gotta run some things by you. So ahoy, yeoman! It's good to have a yeoman. It's good to have a yeoman. Doug says no. I'm looking at one of her yay journals. I couldn't think of the work. Think of the work at this ungodly hour. Oh, you're talking about her journals, not writing her books. That's right. The moon howling at the star on the cover of her journal. So yeah, interesting. I'd love to do it. By the way, I'll give you a shout. And today, over here in southwestern Louisiana, is Laundry Day. So we have to go find a laundromat. The good thing about a laundromat, as opposed to having your washer and dryer at home, is if you've got more than one load, you can do them all at one time. He said load. Yeah, you can do them all at one time, and you get done. So you could do what would take you normally hours at home, you could accomplish usually in an hour and a half at a laundromat, and you have it all done. No quadas. I'm going to the place. I am down here on my only debit card is my PayPal card, and I've got nothing on the PayPal card right now. And I have our bank credit card. And so we've been kind of living off when we have to make expenses down here. We use the credit card, and then we pay that off all the time. We keep that very current. So that card is actually building our credit, and it's building our. We've got like $1,000 limit on that or something. And so, but we keep it paid off every month. We don't carry any balances over. And we needed to find. I was looking for quarters all week. Can't find them. Pete gave us quarters last time we did laundry. We did laundry 2 weeks ago, so we're 2 weeks without clean clothes. I've got some clean clothes, but they're not appropriate for going out to clients. And so we've got this pile of dirty socks and dirty clothes and towels and sheets. And so we're gonna. We had to find a place, and there's a big place down here that's got the card swiping on the machines. So we're lucked out. We lucked out. So that's what we're doing today, Sam and I, this afternoon. Later this morning when we're done here. So hey, Dawn, good to have you in here. Nice to see you. Field guy has tons of quarters. Send them over. So even going to the store and saying, "Can I buy a roll of quarters from you?" As long as you got that drawer open. Oh, we aren't allowed to do that. So that's because they don't know how to ring up $10 on the card when I'm buying something at the grocery store. So Rainey just said, okay. Ready. She's ready. Should we bring Rainey in? Let's give it a shot. See what we got going on here. It's got, whoa. Hi, beautiful. Hi. All right. Let me hold you up so everybody can see you. There you go, everybody. There is Rainey joining me somewhat remotely this morning from her office, which is also my office. And so there she is. Yeah. So can you see me on the screen so I don't have to look at the phone? You see that? I've got my computers right there, so I can see. Okay. I'm watching on YouTube too. Hey, can everybody hear Rainey over there? I know this is not the. Okay? This is not. I could hold it right here. We could pretend it's a split screen. How about that? There we go. Can you hear me? Doug said, "I can go back to. I can go back to sleep. I've seen Rainey." This is the only reason. Time for bed. Only reason he sets his alarm is to get up and see Rainey on Sunday mornings. I appreciate that. Me too. She gets me without my alarm. She can call me anytime. So you had more snow. Yeah. Go. You go. I said I got cold Pepsi. I'm drinking cold Pepsi. Right on. I'm drinking warm coffee, lukewarm coffee. So last night, Rainey, the Mexicans gave me a hit on one of their THC. Oh yeah, that's right. I was talking to you last night after that. I felt like I seemed pretty normal. So, but I felt in my brain like I was half gone and ready to go to bed. So did I carry myself well? Oh, hi, Ellery. How are you? Hi, baby. Nice to see you. Oops, I dropped my phone. Look at that. So let me find a way to. I got to find a way to hold this where I don't mess with it. So, so there we go. Audrey, good to see you in the chat room this morning. Let me do some rounds I haven't done yet. Said hey to Doug. Said hey Dawn. Nice to see you. It is a wonderful house in here. And Audrey's in. Audrey says hey Dougie. Who else? We got about a 20 to 30 second delay. So anything we say, Rainey carries it. What, Ellery? What'd you say? I have got you here. Look, I've got you on my phone, and I'm holding it up to the camera on the computer, so everybody can see Mom, and now they can see you too. What do you think? What do you think about that? You know what Audrey just said? She said, "Hey, Bubbles." You have earned a reputation, Ellery. So, let's see. Audrey got her little blue balls from Scott yesterday. Me? What'd I do? Or you're talking about that that picture? Okay, from that was going around about the dog testicles. They are now Rainey for dog shows. They are now putting glitter on the testicles of dogs for dog shows. Yeah, that's what I thought. So there you go. I'm glad. So you got no massage this morning now, huh? Okay, so let's move that back this way. Oh, that's too bad. So, but it's nice not to have to go anywhere either. So, what do we want to talk about today, folks? How about you can spend a few minutes and rifle Rainey with some questions about what it's like to be a single mom? taking care of all three kids, taking care of the household, taking care of the bills. So,
Yeah.
So Raini, what's
Rowan?
Oh, hey Rowan in the background somewhere. So, folks, if you notice, the camera on this will go really dark here when it adjusts to the phone, so you can see Raini better. She's prettier anyway. So, by the way, folks, if I didn't get through the whole list and say good morning to those of you who are hanging out here this morning, my social faux pas. So, I think I said it's Delaney Pearl Jones's birthday today. We already sang her happy birthday, but who's waving back there? Can I tell what? I can tell. I can tell. And folks, this isn't the this is called the makeshift broadcasting split screen. So there you go. So we got Rainy the best way we can. Rainy just threw Ellie like a softball. Well, that's pretty common practice in our house. It's like, okay, time for you to get down.
She hopped off too. She hopped off my lap. God, she's just needy. She's been having weird dreams. And then last night we're crawling in bed and she said, I don't want you to go to work tomorrow. I'm scared you're gonna die.
Oh.
It's like, thank you for that.
And so Rainy this morning said, the roads are too bad. I'm not going to do the massage today.
Pretty much. But the way that I have dreams, I'm gonna just kind of go off her dreams. If she says it's not a good day to drive, it's not a good day to drive.
There you go. We may have some gifted little children. So, what did one of the kids say to you? Something a long time ago. It might have been Flynn when he was little. Said something. I went, oh, that's okay. You won't be around anyway. I don't remember what. That was who? Oh, that was Sam. Way back.
I remember Sam. He was like 5.
Like 5.
Sam said something like, "It's okay. You won't be here anyways."
Now, trust me, that wasn't Sam making a comment on like, well, this is Dad's new girlfriend or Dad's new wife. That was Sam, little kid, because Sam loved Rainy. Those two got along famously until he became a teenager. So, Field Guy says, when she dreams I win the lottery, please let me know. So we'll be sure to do that for you. Yeah, we'll tell you what the numbers are. True Divine says, my children have surprised me with things like that too. I listen usually. So there you go. Now, you had a dream that somebody died earlier in the week, didn't you? Oh. There you go. There you go, folks. Okay. We're holding.
And you're going to be in your room with the ghost by yourself.
There you go. You know, the ghosts that are always there that attack you when you go up to do something upstairs. That's my kids. Yeah. Our kids are always afraid to go somewhere in the house by themselves. And mind you, we're not like in a rickety old haunted house type of Victorian mansion or something. We live on a 2-level townhome with a balcony that overlooks the kitchen. And, guess what? There are lights and windows upstairs even during the day. And my kids are afraid to, hey, run upstairs and get your thing out of your bedroom. I don't want to go up there alone. I'm scared. It's like, but when we're all upstairs, it's like, come downstairs with me and get a drink of water. It's like, I'm not going downstairs. Go get your drink of water. The kitchen is not inhabited by monsters. So, yes, they are. Is that what I heard?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Straight from the mouth of the one who knows. Matt Finn says, I'm convinced children have that ability. We've been conditioned to forget. Maybe so, Matt. What do you think about that, Rainey? Do all kids have some kind of a premonitions? You know, kids, they seem to see the invisible entities and talk to them. And who are you talking to? Oh, that's Martin. He sits in the corner. Yeah. Did you have it when you were young?
I don't know. I noticed stuff when I was young. My first experience with paranormal stuff, the one I remember, was when I was really little, and I was playing with Nicola, the neighbor. We're all running in here.
Yeah. The kids can't stay away from the office when we're on the radio.
And I got 3 baskets in front of the door.
Right.
Then stay out of here.
Iowa X says adults just have more well-honed from well-developed hallucinations. Are you a non-believer,
Yes.
Iowa? In the supernatural?
No.
Theo is the same. Okay. Theo is the same, says my yeoman. But then I can't argue as he sees things that do appear. Now, that's interesting. So let me hold this down for a minute while we wait for Rainey to come back in. And isn't that nice? Isn't it nice to have a way, even though it's the makeshift studio and the makeshift lifestyle in the makeshift living conditions? It's nice to have this kind of technology where we can even do it in a second-handed fashion and get Rainey out of the broadcast. So here I'm trying to get the lighting to work. The lighting either wants to pick up me or it wants to pick up you. Yeah, I'm resting my hand. Now she's back. Here, let me do this. Let's get it to adjust its lighting to you instead of me. There we go. There you are. And I think it's made the adjustment a little bit. So there we are. Can you tip your camera up just a little bit? You got a lot of ceiling. Half your screen is ceiling. Or tip it down. A little bit more.
I can't go anymore.
Oh, okay. Okay. I can't go anymore. I don't have pants on. Yes. I'm coming over. So.
I let my hoo-ha hang.
Your what? That's Ellie says that. I gotta let my gina. She runs around naked after bath, so she's gotta let her gina dry. So there you go. So that must apply to. There it is. Delaney says, I hope the kids are being good for Rainy, Scotty. Are they being good for you, Mom? Hell no.
They know Mom's stressed with all the car troubles and the trying to figure out work and the sick kids.
Yep.
Yeah. They're taking advantage and get away with everything they can.
Yes.
They're naughty.
They are naughty. Well, that's what kids do. You know, we took advantage of my mom too. We didn't try to hurt her in anywhere. It wasn't to hurt her feelings or anything. It was to see just what all we could get away with if Mom wasn't paying attention. And so there it is. So yeah, Doug, you have been gypped because my wife has a nice ass. I'm just saying that's maybe not proper Sunday morning fare or family fare, but I will say that. I miss my wife's butt because I always see her face. Your cold cheeks, colder than a witch's butt. So,
so I was at work on the car the other day and came in, and my thighs were just freezing, and I was getting ready to hop in the tub because the only way to warm up your knees and thighs after you've been out in the cold fixing the stupid car is to take a hot bath. And Flynn walked up and I go, hey Flynn, I'm like, feel here. And just so we know where I had him touch, I'm gonna get up on my chair. I had him touch right here, and it was freezing cold, and he was like, "Ew." Like someday you're gonna know that cold because you're gonna have some lady walk up to you and squish her cold body on you.
Yeah. Well, you know, I have it on good authority that my wife has a warm butt because I would come in from outside sometimes, or I'm just sitting at my desk and I'm freezing. My hands are freezing. I'd say I'd pass by her and I'd stick my hands down her pants and touch her butt cheeks. Not to be cruel, not to go, ha ha ha, I'm getting you with my ice cold hands. But it was like, oh man. I said, I need to warm up my hands. And she jumps because obviously, as anybody would, but I said, don't go, don't move. I need to warm these paws up. So do that again, Rainey. I didn't take a screenshot yet, said Doug. Yeah. Show him your cold thigh. Right there. It's your thigh. So there you go. So some people coming in. Roger Rabbit, good to see you this morning. Glad you're here. And Steph, I know I said hi, but since you're right there again, I only said hi very quickly. Field guy is in. Delaney. Who we got? Susie Q. Oh, Susie Q is back. Good to see you, Susie Q. And Dawn is here. Children, LOL, she says. Says Dawn.
Dang it, kid.
So my son has gotten to that stage, folks, and I mentioned this a little bit yesterday, but you know, he's getting to that age, and that age where, of course, his voice is starting to change now too. And so he's at that age. Yeah.
I don't know who he was talking to. He had a crack in his voice, and it made me just giggle.
Yes. And I thought of just before I left for down here, I thought he had a cold or something, or a cold. We all had COVID go through the house, and so we were wondering how he did. Is he getting it or something? You know, because he's always cracking. And then I talked to him on the phone from down here, and he's like, "Hi, Dad." And I said, "What are you doing today?" "Nothing." So yeah, so his voice is cracking, but he's also taking advantage of the fact that Dad isn't there and that he knows Mom is stressed and doing 100 million different things at one time, and so he tells her no a lot. Go clean your room. No, I don't want to do that. And so she has to. So no, I'm not going to do that. So I get on the phone with him and a little video chatting with my son, and I say, "Son, your job is to help your mom out while I'm gone." I said, "You need to help her. You need to make things easier for her." I said, "You don't want to get yelled at for something?" I said, "Do you know how you can prevent that?" I said, "Say this after me. Good morning, Mother." And he won't say it. And I said, "Good morning, Mother. What may I do to make your life easier this morning? I'm here to help you." And he says, "No, I'm going to do that." I said, "I'm being good natured with you, son." I said, "I need you to help your mom. Your mom needs you to help her." I said, "So that's your job as a young man." I said, "It's like telling them you are your little sister's hero." I said, "You need to be their hero, not their adversary." And of course, there's always going to be sibling rivalry and sibling junk going on, but that's what I expect of my son. And I expect him to treat his mom with honor and respect. And so that's what I tell him every time I talk to him. Treat your mom with honor today. So, you know, and Rainey, you pitch in on this too. I tell him you're a Boy Scout. I said, "You say you like Boy Scouts?" I said, "They teach you a lot of this stuff." I said, "Either appropriate it, take it on personally, and do those things and act that way, or decide you're not going to do that. And we'll work with you either way on whatever you want to do." "No, I want to stay a Boy Scout," he says. I said, "Then I need you to do the things that they teach you to do. And one of them is honoring this woman." So there you go. What are your thoughts on that, Ma?
I have 30 girls. Both She's running over to the neighbor's house. My thoughts on that are scattered right now because my girls are being really naughty.
Did she put on socks and shoes in the snow?
Dressed. She's
Okay.
dressed. So she's not running over there naked, but Emily was supposed to babysit. Emily got here late, which kind of prompted all the trying to watch stuff. And so now she wants Emily over. So
if there's a time you gotta, if there's a time you gotta pull up stakes and get off the phone, just let me know. So
well, it's not even pull up stakes. I just gotta go out there and yell at them.
Okay.
So give me about 2 minutes.
That's something I don't like either. The kids will get up at 7 in the morning, want to go knock on the neighbor's door. It's not little kids, it's high school kids over there. Babysitter. So, hey, Norseman, good to see you. Carly Sagan. Go ahead, Mom. Mom. Oh, yeah. I don't normally call Rainy. Well, yes, I do. I call Rainy Mom or Mama or stuff of that all the time. Even when I'm talking to her, because you get into that habit. Because the kids here, my light's not readjusting here. There we go. Because of the kids, I can't say to the kids while we're sitting there, and I'll go, "Hey, do what Rainy said," or "Hey, Rainy's talking to you," or "Hey, go get this for Rainy." You always go, "Hey, go get Mom her thing that she needs," and you know. Go do what your mom said. So I end up calling her in front of the kids or to the kids. I call Rainy Ma all the time, and we try to not do that so much with each other, but it's just life. It's no big deal. She knows what I mean. If I say Ma, show me your boobs, that she knows I'm not meaning Mama. So it's just habit. So yeah. No, I meant that. So you all know how that stuff works. And Carly Sagan is in the room. Good to see you, Carly. And nothing wrong with that, says Dawn. Not at all. And I knew I would perk up Field Guy's attention. I used the magic word. I said boobs. And so there he is. Doug says, I don't know my wife's name. My wife is Babe. Yeah, there's pretty much that kind of thing that goes on too. Matt Finn, I am Carly, and if I wasn't, I just think about the real hurdles I am Carly. Misplaced comma there, Master Finn. I did watch the I get called Scotty a lot. She never calls me. I know I'm in trouble when she goes, Scott Allen Roberts. So, and I call her Rainy an awful lot. I love the name Rainy, by the way. I think it's cool. It's a hippie name. It's a fun-loving name. It's a cool name. It's an artsy name. I'm glad you're not like a Jennifer. But no offense to my yeoman. So I know I'm glad you're not a Jennifer or a what's another common Lori. That you're Lori Roberts. You're not an Ashley, thank God. So boobs make the world go round, says Sean Bowden. Sean Bowden, never a truer thing was said by a truer man. So let's see. Matt, brother, you're the best. Thank you so very much, says Carly Sagan. And I hope you're having a good day, Carly. Hope Kinsey's doing well today.
I've seen some of your posts, Carly, and that's gonna be crazy stuff that you have to deal with. So, for a while.
Yeah, I do too. Well. My own son, Sam, who's here with me working, he's had 8 seizures since he's been here. I've never witnessed any of them. He doesn't have epilepsy. There's something else going on with him. We're not sure if it's, like past drug use or whatever. But
how do you know he doesn't have epilepsy?
Well, we don't. I guess I spoke too soon. We don't know that. So he has them in the night, and it doesn't incapacitate him totally. But we're gonna have to have that checked out. and see what's going on with him. So there you go. What else you got for us today, Mama?
I don't have much. I'm just gonna take it easy today.
Good.
Relax. Weather outside is icky.
Good. I'm glad you don't have to run out and go over to Stillwater to do massages today.
So I'm not on money. Right? Who isn't out when they don't get money?
Yeah, yeah, it's a couple $100 out the window. So
It's out there, and it's not worth the time.
that's right. That's right. So
Especially after Ellie told me that I was gonna die from a car accident.
thank you, Karen, and thank you, Carly. We don't know yet. I've never seen it happen to him, but when he gets really stressed, sometimes he will get that way. Now he's down here, and he was not doing well in Asheville, but we're working away down here now, selling and working for this construction company for a little over 3 weeks now. It seems longer. I left home. What was it? It was a month ago today or yesterday. Today's the 28th, the last day of February. Believe it, it's going to be March 1st tomorrow, folks. And I've been away from home for a month, and I don't like it. I don't like being down here. I don't like being away from my wife. I don't like being away from my
I
kids.
don't mind it.
Well, there you go. There you have it from the boss. She's okay with me being gone. So,
I love you, and you, but I love when the house is run my way.
I get that. Maybe I just need to not be so controlling when I'm at home and say, no, you have to clean the house this way or pick this up that way or organize this that way. Yeah, when I'm gone, Rainey reorganizes the house. Not that I care, really. I don't really care. I'm more on my
No,
kids
but you have
ever
a lot of
than
input, and I like to be able to just reorganize and do anything the way that I really want to.
yes. Yeah, and that's cool. Well, if that's the only reason you don't like me being there, sorry about that. If that's the only reason you don't like me being there, I can live with that. So,
Yeah.
so
It's cooks in the kitchen, 2 chefs in the kitchen.
yeah, I get that. She doesn't. Yeah, she wants these old balls. Doug, thank you.
Ew, gross.
Thank you for your input. So, did I just hold on? I just did something to my screen. My whole screen went a little darker, and I'm not sure why.
Okay, boom to my phone.
No, oh, I thought it was something with my. That's my sound. There we go. Oh, I guess it's okay. I don't think I'm running out of battery. I think I'm pretty good here. I'm plugged in, unless the dog down there. 21 minutes remaining on my battery. Hold on. Let me see if I can. I must be unplugged somewhere. The dog lays down here under the table where he's not supposed to be. I'm going to set you down, Rainey, and I'm going to see that.
Guess how many jars of peanut butter Scotty's gone through since he's been gone?
What? You ask them. What was
I
that?
said, guess how many jars? Guess how many jars of peanut butter Scotty's gone through since he's been gone?
Does everybody know what she's talking about? I'm going to set you down.
You just said the dog likes it under the table.
You are so funny. Hang on here a second. I'm going to replug this in. This is unplugged.
I'm hilarious.
Oh, yeah. You're so funny. Let me get plugged in. Sorry, folks. There we go. That's why my computer screen dimmed a touch. Now I am plugged in. All right. Somewhere along the way, my let's get Rainy back into lighting mode here. I got to hold it up there so the screen will adjust to your screen. There we are. And folks, thanks for putting up with the technical, non-technical juju this morning. So 4 jars, 1 week, said Matt Finn. The dog's like, oh, not peanut butter again.
Ew, peanut butter.
Did we talk about that on this show once before or something? I'm trying to get the lighting to adjust here, folks. So There we go. That's a little better. All right. Did we talk about that on this show? Does everybody know what vile, nasty thing Rainy is talking about? Such a dirty mind. So,
It's funny.
just funny. Yeah, there's a difference between dirty and funny. So, Roger Rabbit, peanut butter and a dog. I'm not sure where this is heading. You don't have to worry about it, Roger. Don't even worry about it. Put it out of your mind.
You know, really.
So, me and the kid rode our bikes to the grocery store yesterday for peanut butter. So it says Sean Bowden. That's kind of cool. So, there's
I think
Teresa
it's fun.
Denton.
What's fun?
Say again?
I think it's fun is the videos of foreigners eating peanut butter. I
Oh,
don't know if anybody's watched those yet, but
for the
I guess
first time,
nowhere else people really eat peanut butter except for America.
I guess. Hey, Carla. Is Audrey off and running? I may have missed that. My doggy hates peanut butter, says Teresa. Well, that's good. Rainy's mind was in the gutter anyway, so it was. I'll have to call you
It's
later.
there permanently, usually.
It's nice when the host can flirt with the guest, but she's technically a co-host of this show. So today she feels like a guest because we haven't been able to get her on for so long, and now we're doing it in kind of makeshift rinky-dinky way to fit in with my makeshift rinky-dinky studio right now. What's that telling me?
Yeah.
Oh, other stuff. Okay.
I was gonna say, doesn't he have a laptop? Another laptop you can like set up next to your.
Yeah, we got like 8 laptops around here. You know, some of them are TCF
It's
Bank
pretty
laptops. Yeah, Pete's all about tech. Pete's an IT guy. So he is surrounded by tech in here. I could probably do the show on that big computer over there. So, yeah, we'll make it work. We'll get it going. And we got to get the Zoom up and running, and then I got to reconfigure everything for my broadcasting program. I've never broadcast to the show through my software. So I always record on the software. So it's a new thing to learn. So we'll see how it works. And this is bugging me. I thought there was a hair hanging down there, but it's a single hair group of hair, and then there's nothing above it. Look at that. Look at that. That's what my hair is doing. That's growing old, folks. So who else is here? Oh, that was just and Carla Farrington. I think I said hello to Carla. So Rainy, I don't think I had any deep topics to talk about. I called up some deep topics to talk about this morning. I was going to do a little review of some political news and do a little review of some paranormal news and things like that. So Jen is leaving. Bye, Jen, says Teresa.
Have a good day.
Yes, sir. Mr. Roberts, call it rogue baby hairs. There you go. My rogue baby hairs. Yes, they have not grown up with the rest of the head of the receding hair, so they're going to leave too. So, actually, it's funny. It's like, that's really strong. And so I'm going to eventually here, I'm going to have the island. I'm going to have the patch of hair here and nothing here and nothing in the back. Will you still need me? Yeah. So what is it? When I get old and losing my hair many years from now, will you still be sending me Valentine's, birthday greetings, bottle of wine? Na 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 na. I don't remember the words are there. Will you still need me? Will you still feed me when I'm 64? Wow, just to the point this morning. Wow, blunt.
Doug wants to know if you brought your dowsing rod, if he wants to see you poke somebody's eyes out.
If I've got them, I put them in the big metal ones. You could tell me. You could look over there and see if I left them there, either on top of that tall, skinny bookshelf by my desk, or somewhere over there.
I don't see them poking out.
If I brought them, I thought about it, and they may be out in the bottom of the tub. I'd have to double check and make sure I did that, because
I think they are in the tub.
I was just talking to Teresa on a messenger call last night, and I'm going to be appearing on her broadcast with all of her witchy people sometime in the near future here, a week or two from now. And we were just talking, and she took out her rods, and we were talking about the rods and how they work and some experiences she had. And so I just brought that up. So I got to look in the bottom of my tub and find out. So Rainey, are you as tan as me? Oh, do you have tan? Later
I think it's the light.
You can show me your tan lines later. Oh, now you look bluer. You look a little bluer. There you go. She's dark of camera. Yes, I'm dark because of the camera. I'm a little tan from walking around in the sun for 2 weeks now. So
I can see it. I can see it on your nose and your cheeks under your glasses.
My red nose is getting redder, and my cheeks are getting a little tanner from being in the sun down here. So
yeah.
So there we go. What ship sailed, field guy? I don't know what you're referring to. Yeah, Rainy. It's like I said, you may have missed it, but I'll call you back later. You can show me your tan lines. Yeah, yes.
I got no.
Yeah, yes. That's okay. I'll just look for them.
Okay.
Yes. Doug Stack wants to know how much to get the tan line chat with Rainy. Is that one of the $14.99 perks? No, I think.
That was one of the $100 perks.
Yeah, that's one of the $100 perks. Rainy's got morals and decency, but if you want to, how much? It makes you pause. So yes, you PayPal her, and Rainy will show you her tan lines. So you also take what? Oh, Venmo, yeah. So there you go. We're not really promoting that. So just in case anybody's, and Doug's like flipping through bills and go, what's that email address? So Teresa says, if so, can we tan from the glare off of snow? Says Teresa. If so, I'm stripping down for the next snowstorm. Yeah, really. So, I don't know, Teresa. That just blocked your comment. Sean and Matt, you said. That's interesting. And Matt has released that. So, all right. So you can see, this is really the show about nothing. We don't talk about much. Sometimes Rainey and I can get into some pretty cool topics when we're back home together, and this is just nice to have her on. And in such. Oh, Doug, I know we're all just kidding here. So he says, no, I respect you guys too much. We know that, Doug. Fun and frivolity is fun and frivolity. So it's okay. We're adults. We can all joke with what to other people might not be savory. So that's what we do. And I love my wife, so she loves me. So that's how it goes. Sorry, I didn't mean to put words in your mouth, Rainey. I didn't mean to put words in your mouth there. I'm pretty sure she loves me. So some days, Rainey does look good.
Not all the days.
Yes, not all the days. So hey, you look good.
I'm feeling old. I can see so that I've got YouTube up on the thing, the computer.
The thing. That's the first thing to go in old age, your memory.
I can see on the computer over there my sleepy eyes.
You're sleepy. Yeah, I hear you. So sometimes mine are really exaggerated, and sometimes they're not so. It all depends on how awake I feel. So yeah.
For me, it's stress, and I don't handle stress very well anymore.
Yeah,
And I seem to keep putting myself in positions of being stressed, whether or not I do it
right.
on purpose. So
I get that.
Stupid car. It's your car. You picked it out, and it's had problems.
But you know what's nice?
All your
You know what's nice about that
What?
stress is that you channel it into finding a solution, and you do it, and you've fixed cars twice now since I've been gone, and
yeah.
she is the Wonder Woman. So
I got cuts too. But it matters.
nice.
There's a little
Oh yeah, she got her little cut
Yeah,
on her finger.
it's kind of healed up right now. But I had massages to do after I got that cut, and that cut was deep, and lotion in there stings.
Did you happen to get that covered up enough? Did you put the invisible liquid Band-Aid on it?
Over it, but when you're massaging people, Band-Aids come off. Lotion and the oil you use usually gets up under there. And then it hooked onto the piece of meat that was loose, so every time I'd have to pull it off, it hurt really bad.
Ow.
It's fun.
I just cringed a little bit.
Put a fresh Band-Aid on after every person.
Yes.
Well, after I ended.
Teresa just said that's why you're having weird dreams because of all the stress. Hey, Rowan.
Yeah, well, I have dreams anyways.
Yeah. Raini has always been a wild dreamer since I've known her. We weren't even married, and she'd wake up in the middle of the night flailing because she's fighting zombies in her dream, and she'd laugh. She goes, I was fighting zombies with a broomstick. And hey, there's two of my girls. Hey, Ro, how you doing today? You feeling better? The school sent her home yesterday because they thought, or 2 days ago, because they thought she needed to be tested for COVID because she had a sore throat. So Rennie got him out yesterday, and no COVID amongst the kids. So that's good. Bye, Norseman. Thanks for stopping in. So, and like,
you have all that mold and everything that grows underneath that snow, and with everything melting the last few days, I think it's just gotten to her sinuses.
Might be. So see you, Norseman, by the way. Glad you came in today. Today, very informal day. Makeshift studio down here in Louisiana, and talking to the wife, the other half of the Sunday morning show. Just informal today, folks. So thanks for sticking around and being part of it. So,
no, don't turn that up.
So Rowan, you haven't said anything yet. How you doing? What's going on? Oh, she's gonna make it an ostentatious show of not saying anything now.
She doesn't want to talk.
That's okay. She doesn't have to. So.
Oh, you may not.
Yes, Doug, I agree with you 100%. So.
In 10 hours.
Bye, baby. See you later, Ellie. Hi, sweetheart. What you doing? Oh, you got rabbit ears. Mom's giving you. Is everybody just sullen over there today? No smiles. Who's not coming over? So, I've ditched the mask unless I absolutely have to have them when I wear it, just over my mouth. Says Matt Finn. Same here, Matt. We're meeting people every day, door to door, and everywhere we go here, we rarely see anybody down here wearing a mask. So, where is Sam? Is he snoring? I can get Sam in here. When Rainy needs to run, I'll bring Sam in, and we'll give you a Sam update. So, you know what else I was going to talk about today? If Rainy couldn't have come in today, I was going to talk about. Let's see. Oh, I was going to bring up the topic. Bill Maher, liberal entertainer. mocks social justice warriors, and he warns that the cancel culture is real, insane, and coming to a neighborhood near you. And so I was going to talk about Bill Maher a little bit. I was going to talk about Rand Paul and all the vile lashback he's getting from people over his response. And he responded to the accusations of transphobia over questioning Rachel Levine on her sex changes for children. And then I had one more in here too I was going to cover, and that was I wasn't going to cover this one. That just happens to be open. Mitt Romney predicts Donald Trump will win the 2024 Republican nomination if he runs again. And he reiterates that he doesn't support Trump, doesn't like Trump, blah, blah, blah. But he says if he runs, he'll win at least the Republican nomination. So there you go. So those are some of the things I was going to talk about and blend them into conversation with the chat room. Steph says, okay, I'm back. Sorry. Oh, hello, kiddos. Bubbles, he says to Ellery, who's not there now. So there's Rowan. Rowan, do you not feel good today? Oh, okay. You're just being very quiet and sullen. So, and that's okay. That's okay. Now you got Mama stroking your cheek and your hair. Too many people still think masks are helping, says Scott Allen. Yeah, exactly. They really don't. So, you know what all they help do? Because when I get into debates with people over that, and they go, well, it gives me peace of mind to know you. Well, so, well, then that's a feeling. You feel better if somebody's wearing a mask. It doesn't really prevent anything. There you go. And
never needed antibiotics for sinus infection until I had to wear a mask.
Yep.
The kids haven't had antibacterial cream for their face until now.
Until having to wear a mask 6.5 hours a day at school. Matt Finn brought up, yeah, just pump the children with puberty blockers so they can be GMO humans. Yeah, that's the thing is that whole Rand Paul confrontation. Rainey, I don't know if you read about that or saw anything about that, but I've got that here as I saw that. I watched a couple of clips of that where Rand Paul was questioning Rachel Levine at her confirmation hearings because Biden, it's the trans male to female Rachel Levine that Biden nominated to the cabinet to be, what is she, Health and Human Services secretary? What do they call what her thing is? Yeah, the assistant health secretary position. And if you hadn't seen that, you can go look up the videos of Rand Paul questioning her, and he was not being nasty or mean to her, but he was questioning about mutilation and sexual mutilation and things like that. And more specifically, he was focusing on Levine about do you support doing this to children? Because Rachel Levine has said something about being able to, I don't know the proper lingo to use because I didn't prep anything for this, but supporting the fact that children should be able to make their own choices about their sexuality. Now, these, of course, are the children that can't drive yet, the children that are not allowed to buy cigarettes or alcohol. Yep, but they can make choices about their sexuality. And now, he pinpointed.
Brain wasn't fully mature until 27.
That's right.
A male shouldn't be considered an adult until their brain is fully mature.
That's right. And to quote an old friend of mine, Steve Katzenberger, Scotty, don't date any younger women. Women don't know what the hell they want until they're 28. So there you go. But yeah, sexuality. Some people are saying something. Rachel Levine, that's a fucking dude. He got something swinging down there. Yeah, well, there you go. So 50% of the world are sick. The other 50% think they aren't, and then the other 75% are cool. I don't think your numbers add up there, field guy, but I get it. Beth Kirkham says, and that's the problem, a procedure that should be between parent, doctor, and patient, and is simply no one else's business. Well, that's it. And the government shouldn't be. I know Rand Paul said was trying to pin down Levine, on whether or not he or she, I guess he goes by she now, she approves of children doing that, or parents supporting children doing that. And I say no. I don't think a parent should even be able to make that decision for a child. What if your child gets into their 20s and you allowed them to have a sex change operation when they were 8? Is that the proper time to do that? Hormone blockers for kids and things like that. So I thought that was, I thought everyone was just pissed at Ted Cruz, said Field Guy. Yeah, exactly. Why do you think the news focuses on Ted Cruz instead of Andrew Cuomo and his scandals, or focusing on what Rand Paul has to say? So go look up for yourselves if you're interested. Look up Rand Paul talking to Levine during the questioning, and you'll see. And in this article that's up here, Rand Paul, he's under fire for questioning President Joe Biden's nominee for an assistant health secretary position. Dr. Rachel Levine, about her alleged support for giving children puberty blockers, and sex change surgeries. And so during the confirmation hearing that was on Thursday, Paul pointedly asked Levine, and he wasn't being nasty or mean to her. He was being very common sense and very straightforward and businesslike, professional. He asked Levine, who is a transgender woman, about her support for allowing children to change their sex and whether she believes children are capable of making such life-altering decisions. And Levine evaded the question twice. I saw it, answering instead with a vague statement about the complexities of transgender medicine, which she would again reiterate for Paul's subsequent questions. And you can watch a video clip of the confirmation to see all of this. And predictably, Paul has been labeled transphobic and accused of lying or trying to derail Levine with transphobic information by the leftist media. And Rand Paul said his questioning Levine had nothing to do with who she is or the fact that she's a transgender adult and she made those decisions on her own as an adult, but was rather about the question of gender changes for children. And I've got, I want to go on with this for a second, Raini. I want to get your input too. And I wish you could see the chat room so you could be responding while I'm reading some of this. But
I can see the chat room.
Oh, you
Do you want
can.
me to read it to you?
Yeah, no. Just if you think there's something that needs to be mentioned right away, go ahead. Rand Paul said the interesting thing is none of it was directed toward her personally, to Levine, or who she is. It was directed toward the question of whether children can consent. And this is an intellectual question. It's not an inflammatory question. It's a question of serious consequences. Most people would argue that children can't really make an informed consent. You know, we have laws against a man having sex with a 12-year-old, even if the 12-year-old says yes, because we don't think a 12-year-old is capable of consenting to that kind of behavior. They just aren't old enough to make that kind of decision. And Rand Paul went on and he said, I guess the danger is you have to have some chutzpah. You have to have some guts, some courage to stand up, because it's a culture out there where everybody's saying, I made transphobic comments yesterday. And all I did was ask whether a minor could consent to this kind of dramatic surgery. Nothing I ever said was hateful. I said nothing hateful about these people. I said nothing hateful about the adults who choose to do this. But the culture is out there so strong that so many in office are afraid to speak out and even ask the questions. And it's getting worse. There's a handful of us that will speak out in the Senate There's a handful in the house, and we just have to grow our ranks. But we have to resist, or it'll just roll us over. And we'll live in this terrible cancel culture world where nobody speaks out and everybody is afraid to say anything. And that's the facts. What do you think of that? My very soft spoken wallflower, I don't know how to speak my mind wife. Oh, Reese's. Yeah. No, no Reese's for breakfast. So
they have Reese's for breakfast. They're eating it. So.
I don't think it's a subject for the school system to deal with, says Teresa. I think it's between parents and a teenager. I think it's between parents. Yeah, go ahead, Raini.
Anything with the whole sex change thing.
Yeah.
I don't think any of that should be done until they are legal adults and make that decision for themselves.
Right.
There's enough catering to everybody's needs done in schooling, done outside school. Nothing needs to be changed until they're a legal adult and they can make that decision for themselves without the help of a parent. Because sometimes I think parents are bigger pushers
than
the kids
for their own political viewpoints on things. Yes. I know people from the festival who have had kids and promoted and pushed their kid at 6 and 7 years old. The boy wanted to be a girl. And so she promoted it and she pushed it and she let that happen. I don't know where he is with that now. Same age as my son, Sam, who's 20. And yeah, that's what you're going to get. And it's for so I can look cool to my other people within this political mindset that's okay with this. And to me, that's devastating to a child. What if that kid?
Stuff is done for scholarships too.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Parents will push kids into a lot of stuff just to get scholarships.
Yes.
And if there's a better chance at getting scholarships for their kids will do stuff too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't
so let's see. I don't know what I missed here. Something.
Steph says decision. They can pay for it themselves or pay into a plan where they actually have to pay for any procedures done.
Yeah. Why if certain insurances won't cover the crown on a tooth, can a kid get or anybody get a sexual transition operation on the state or on insurance? That should be totally elective surgery, because there is no solid psychological proof of. Anyway, that's different. That's the different angle of that topic. But my angle is the same point that Rand Paul made. If children should be allowed, with the consent of their parents, to or even without, to have a sex change operation under the legal age, then why don't we just legalize pedophilia and say pedophilia is only it's illegal, but it's legal if the child says okay and gives their consent. Why is that different? For the relying on the ability of the child to make a decision like that. Can't sign their own permission slips, can't sustain themselves. What's that, Raini? That's right.
They can't get out.
Yeah, yeah. Roger Rabbit says can't sign their own permission slips, can't sustain themselves alone, can't vote or buy a lottery ticket, buy cigarettes, buy booze, join the military. Hey, you can choose your gender and switch though, and it's on us, the government or your insurance agency. And so.
And what I don't get.
Yeah.
Why is it not okay to be like, all right, well, I guess I don't want to be freaking German anymore. I'm going to be a Russian.
I'm right.
That's dumb.
Well, you know, I'm a preoperative I now choose to identify as an African American. I'm just pre-op. So
Well, you could
does that count in our system and in our laws? Doesn't our political
if you can't
correctness even?
pick your race, you can't pick your sex.
Steph says, well, if that's the case, I've always wanted to be a fairy, so I'm going to say I want wings implanted and the government should pay for it. There you go.
Yes.
Teresa Denton, I agree with Renee. However, I think parents and counselors not from the school should talk to teenagers who are questioning things. Yeah, that's fine. You know, when you were an adult, the world's your oyster. If you choose to say that, let's take even choice out of it. Let's say you truly believe that you are the opposite sex. You are free to tackle that problem any way you want. Um, is it a problem of emotional instability? Is it a problem of something real that's going inside someone's head? If that's real, then deal with it in your way. When you're an adult, when you're a child, um, if we can think of example after example, so I'll stop doing that. I believe that children should be left out of the picture. Castration legalization, asks Iowa X. Only if it's voluntary, I suppose. I suppose you could go to your doc, Iowa, and say, "I want to have my nuts cut off. Will you do that for me?" The doc might refuse you, but you just might find a doc that would do that for you. So if the government's paying, hey man, I got the short end of the deal. I want about 6 more inches. Yeah, there you go. That's biological. So yes, I identify as a well-hung porn star. And Rainey would say, "Oh, Scotty, you already are."
That's
Come
funny.
on, you're supposed to make me look good here. So
Yeah.
Matt Finn says, I want to identify as the wealthy elite. Where's my check? So there you go. So yeah, I know it's we can get a little flippant. We can make fun with this issue. Um, yeah, Sean Bowden said I played semi-pro hockey when I was younger. Can I put on a hair hat and try out for the women's Olympic team if I identify as a female?
That's the way it's going right now.
That
That's
is the
one
way
of the
it's
big
going.
things going on in schools is whether or not biological males can play in women's sports.
Beth Kirkham, I only refer to the government paying it when you've seen some of those high-profile cases where guys in the military who say they are transsexual and they want the operation, and there was a very high-profile case where the government was paying for that on his VA because it was all in the. I can't remember the name of the guy. You'd recognize it if I said it. So we're not talking about the government in general paying for these things. Talking about, but then again, if you have a legislatively passed federal governmental health program for everybody, should sexual operations like that, changing sex, transgender operations, should those be part of any kind of Biden care or federally funded medical care? Should that be part of it? And there are people out there, including Levine, who insist that that's the way it should be. So that's the only place where the government comes into it. It's not actualized yet. It's stuff that's being argued with and fought about and debated right now. So that's where I bring up the government. It's mostly an insurance thing or an out-of-pocket thing. Who knows? We don't. That's moot at this point. Maybe Beth. It's a current argument. It's currently out there in the debate. So that's why I brought that up. So a few weeks ago, I got one of those letters stating a sex offender is moving within the realm of your neighborhood. My response was, "Oh, wonderful, go away." Yeah, so there you go. And so it's a big topic. I was gonna talk about that today, but we won't. We'll decide not to. So anyway, it's 10:36. We usually go to about 11. Naturally, the flow just seems to go there. But I don't want to take us out on just that note, but I want to draw this to a close because I have a busy morning ahead of me. And so, Rainey, do you have anything else to add to the mix this morning? All right, all right. So here's what we're gonna do, folks. Go ahead. Oh, Ellery may have something to add. What do you have to say, Ellery? There it is. There it is. That's enough of that. And Field Guy's going to do a stream a little later. Watch for his announcement, folks. Field Guy, maybe if you don't do this already, just put up a delay it and put up a time and put up a post about it so people know when you're going on. Do a 72-hour live stream. We can do a telethon. Oh yeah, yeah, I'm up for that. Like a new hole in my head. So, but you can do that, Field Guy. So, Doug Stack says, "I love you, Rainey. Only watch Scotty because you married him." There you go. Me too, Doug. She is the best part of who I am. I'll tell you that. Morgan Snow, how you doing? I suggest everyone should read the Equality Act. And so everybody, there is your assignment. Uh-oh, lost the call. So we'll just call in Rainey for the end of the show. And as you can tell, we've been doing the rinky-dink kind of makeshift studio, makeshift split screen by bringing Rainey in.
There was a 96-year-old who just came up and shut off the phone.
Oh, she just did that out of the blue.
Yep.
Yep, that's what she does. She believes she rules the world, so there it is. So read the Equality Act, it says Morgan Snow. So everybody do that. There's your homework for the next show. And Beth Kirkham says, it was so good to see Rainey and the kids. So glad you were here, Beth Kirkham. I appreciate you. Yeah. Glad you're here. So what else we got? So there we go. We're going to go off into our Sundays, our respective Sundays, and do our respective things. And Rainey, I'm glad that you came in via phone. You are awesome. Awesome. You're beautiful. You're all those things. I love you. I miss you. Yada, yada, yada. So, I love you. Yay. That's right, Doug Stack. Carly says, I'm back again. So glad I could catch some of the show, Scotty. I'm glad you were here too, Carly. Roger says, I'm feeling a little sorry for Scotty's arm. Well, you know what? My arm's good. My elbow's on the table. So it's been good. I haven't lost any blood flow to my fingertips yet. So everybody, love you. Glad you were here. I appreciate you being here, you taking your time. Have a good Sunday. And as usual, I'm going to say, I can't do it as well with my right hand. And maybe it's because of my ring, but live long and prosper, everyone. And we'll talk to you again. What? What was that? I can only do it with my left. Look. I can see my left. I can do it just fine. Live long and prosper, folks. There it is. But my right hand is like fights me on it. I don't know why. I guess you got to practice. You'll have to teach me that offline, Rainey. I will. So there you go. All right, everybody. We'll see you Monday through Friday this week, 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Mountain Time, 7 p.m. Pacific Time, 2 in the afternoon in Australia, and something like 3 in the morning in England. So good to have you here, and have a fun Sunday and a good weekend. Bye.